change how you are, you'll always have what you got. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Incredible. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is, what are you becoming? So the big question is not what am I getting paid here? The big question is, what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. So that's our major subject for tonight, personal development. Of all the assignments Mr. Schoaf gave me at age 25, this was probably the most difficult. In fact, I'm still working on this one. I think it's an unending challenge to see what you can become. The next subject is called Basic Laws. And it's good to study the basics. And I call these basics primarily because they come from the Bible. Now, I'm not a theologian or a minister, and that'll be apparent. But Mr. Schoaf taught me that the Bible was a good textbook for ideas and stories and success equations, how to live the better life. I found out that was true. He also taught me that the Bible is as practical as it is spiritual, and I found out that's true. If you look at your bank account and your income and you're not happy, there are several places in the Bible to check to see what the heck's wrong so you can make the changes. And we're going to cover some of those tonight, called basics. Okay, the next subject is my favorite, setting goals. Mr. Schoaf taught me how to set goals. What a favor that was. One morning at breakfast, shortly after I met him, he said, Jim, let me see your current list of goals, and let's go over them and talk about them. He said, maybe that's the best way I can help you get a better direction started. And I said, I don't have a list. He said, well, is it out in the car or home somewhere? I said, no, sir. I don't have a list anywhere. He said, well, young man, that's where we got to start. He said, I can tell you right now, if you don't have a list of your goals with you, he said, I can guess your bank balance within a few $100s.
Give us just a second here. We'll get started.
Which he did. And that got my attention. I said, you mean my bank balance would change if I had a list of goals? He said, drastically. That day, I became a willing student how to set goals. And sure enough, learning how to set goals changed my life. And I often wondered why no one had ever taught me how to set goals up until age 25. I went to high school, but if they offered it, I missed it. I went to college for a year, never heard it. I worked for Sears. Really? And to my knowledge, Sears never taught it. Right? How to set goals. So here I am, age 25, married, my family's starting, I've been to college, I'm working, and I still don't know how to set goals. But fortunately, when I was 25, I met the man who taught me how, and it revolutionized my whole life. Economically, socially, personally, it's incredible. So I want to share with you tonight what Mr. Schoaf shared with me, how to set goals. It can be a life changer. Okay, the next subject is the negative part of the seminar. Life is part negative, so we got to talk about the negative. And this subject is called diseases of attitude. Diseases of attitude. There's a lot of things that can wreck your chances to do well. We live in a rather dangerous world, so you got to be not only wise, you got to be careful. Now, attitude diseases are just as bad as physical diseases, right? High blood pressure, heart trouble. I mean, a lot of things lace your chances to do well. So you've got to be careful. And attitude diseases are deadly. I mean, they'll destroy all the good things you start. Okay, so we'll go through those attitude diseases, how to spot them, how to look for them, what they are, and the cure. And I'm a pro on these because I've had them all, so I can give you excellent advice on these. Now, the last subject we're going to consider tonight is called the day that turns your life around. The day that turns your life around. And under this subject, we're going to talk about the emotions that can change your life. Human beings are emotional creatures. And emotions are powerful for life change. Now, of course, emotions are so powerful, they can go either way on you. Emotions can either build or destroy. So you really have to employ emotions properly. We call civilization the intelligent management of human emotions. If you can intelligently call civilization the...
All right, now we got 41 watch and 17 likes. Lazy motherfuckers, click like. How about that? You got to curse at people. You can do it on a TV if you know how to do it. Not that difficult. Hey, let's look at the wind. The wind, the MFG, the Money Flow Trading Society, we track the wind. I used to track just 4. That has grown to about 7, okay? It is 7. So you'll see here, if you're on stock charts, you can create folders, right? And so if you have my course, Getting Started with Stock Charts, let's see, let's get back to the wind. If you have my Getting Started with Stock Charts, we talk a lot about this. This is Bitcoin. It is one of the 7 winds. And so whatever direction the wind is going is typically where stocks are going to go. And so it's why it's so important that you understand this. And then I try to take it one step further and rank them. And then as we rank them, that's going to help us set up trades. I try to, if you go to the back of my newsletter, I'm going to pin this here on Instagram, the Peters Report for YouTube. Hopefully everybody can hear me. If you go to the back, page 35, you'll see my homework there. Let's pull that up while we're talking real quick. And the point of the homework is to help you see and spot market rotations, okay? That's the whole point of the homework. Let's skip ahead. So one of the things I do is I'm constantly deciding, okay, where's the SPY? Where's oil? Where bonds? Where Bitcoin? And I want to keep an eye on that because that's going to let me know what stocks are going to be in play, right? So here's one. I do one every week. I know it's like a lot. Oh my God, Gerald, I got to do it every week. I don't have time. It takes a lot of time to be poor, man. If you want to be broke and poor, you're going to have to commit to that shit, right? It takes a lot of time, man. It takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time to get wealthy too. So both of them take time. It's just a matter how you want to spend your time. So that you'll see the wind here. So there's 1 through 7. Dow Jones, S&P, the Qs, which is NASDAQ, tech stocks, right? TLT bonds. USO is oil stocks, oil and oil stocks. The commodity. Gold is the commodity itself, but gold stocks, right? Gold stocks. And then what else do we have in there? And then Bitcoin. And that's what we were just looking at here. Where's it at? Is Bitcoin. Now, where's our thing? Oh, the wind, right? So, but before I even look at stocks, and if someone ever asks me, hey, what do you think about a stock? Well, I try to decide which wind category is this in? And then based on the ranking of that wind category, could kind of tell me, is this something worth playing, man? So as we come down, what we got? That's Bitcoin on a 1 hour. Now look at this pattern here. Now, what this is going to show you, I don't know why I have it in the wind on a 1 hour, but if you look at this chart, what do you see, man? Sideways up, sideways down. sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, sideways down. God damn, man. Come on, man. That's on a 1 hour chart. So think about that. Let's see. It looks a lot like this. And that's what we call the 4 stages of price movement. I didn't invent this. Charles Dow was the first person. Charles Dow created the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We've talked about this. And Charles Dow believed that stocks went up, stocks went down, stocks would go either up, down, or sideways. So either up, down, or sideways. What he didn't catch was the stage possibilities that stocks actually move in stages. So look at this. See this pattern here, right? Now, let's look at Bitcoin on a 1 hour chart. Sideways up, sideways down. All right, so you see how now we're layering time continuity, and I'm not going to get all into that. But on a daily chart, we see Bitcoin's breaking out into a stage 2 breakout with a target. I think I posted of a target in my notes on Substack. I know a lot of you are too fucking busy to read it because you have so many important fucking things going on in life. But it's like, why learn that? But if you're not that goddamn busy, if you look on my notes on Substack, I put out today about that. So you can subscribe to this. There's links there inside of, let's pull that up. All right. So if we're over here, this is the money flow stuff, and I click notes. So it was 12 hours. So last night I put this in. Bitcoin price is now in a stage 2 breakout pattern. Bitcoin bounced off the $60,000 zone and now sits at $66. Price could move up to the 70, 72 range very soon. That's my next target. That should fuel speculators. In other words, all the dipshits, dumbasses, and new people will start getting in once that thing's cranking again. And then I say I'm a buyer of Bitcoin Cash here. And then I show you the chart, right? And then we click it. And then what do I say? Government bonds is represented by, this is my notes last night. I don't know, about 2 in the morning. About 2 in the morning last night. Government bonds represented by 20-year Treasury bond ETF, TLT. The MFG trades 3 times leveraged TMF. We'll get into that. New trades, AMD, Gush, Starbucks, BMY, WGMI, and Gilead. Just a few of the positions MFG has recently trimmed to lock in games. Snapchat, XLU, Air, Google, and Apple. Train stocks as well. Crypto, I'm a buyer of all stage 1s of the top 5 coins. And then I show you this thing here. Appreciate that nine fucking people, 9, you motherfuckers, 9. I said I wasn't going to get mad. So I'm going to try not to get mad that 9 motherfuckers clicked my thing. 9. God damn it. You said you weren't going to get mad, Gerald. Fucking 9. All right, Dow Jones Industrial. This hit 3999. Let's talk about this for just a second. Where are we at?
Looks like there's some breaking news, so we will pause.
I think we touched it.
We did it.
It is official. Dow 40K.
Dow 40K.
Almost 4 years after Dow 30K. And to Adam's point, may not mean much from an empirical standpoint, but yeah, you will acknowledge there is some sentiment tick in the brain that happens.
Yeah, I think some of these things can be sort of just milestones where if you set a number, hey, we're going to get to the S&P at 6,000, 2-3 years ago, people thought you were crazy. And then when you get there, it seems, look, I feel that way all the time more at the stock level. If you told me 15 or 20 years ago that NVIDIA would go up in the pre-market more than Intel's entire market cap, I would have, so I get the milestone thing. It hits me, it hits everyone in different ways, but I think most institutional investors don't really care about this. And that hat's not going to be worth much.
We do have some swag. We do have some Dow 40K swag.
The depreciation of that hat will be pretty rapid.
We'll see.
To use the Wall Street term.
Etsy if we could.
You could get a tax shield on it.
Maybe you could get a tax shield on it. Appreciate you, Andrew. So Dow hit 40,000, man. Big
Now, you
fucking
could
deal.
look at commodities. Speaking of,
Nice round number. Nice round number. Right at nice round number. My man says, when's the correction coming? You should learn the money folk, bro. We don't need to know when the correction's coming. You just need to stay in flow. I mean, dead honest. You don't need to know when a correction's coming. You don't need to worry about a correction coming. You just need to stay in flow. And we touched the extreme RSI, touched it over here, and what happened? It came down. This was a correction. So price came down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what? 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We sat up, we went sideways, and we started buying in here. Okay. The U Pro, the SPX. So one of them we were buying in the money flow, the XXX. This is the 4 times S&P. 4 times, okay? 4 times. So it sells off, stops, puts in an anchor point, right? And we're looking for sideways action now. That is this right here, sideways action. So price fell and it stopped, puts in an anchor, starts to go sideways. Right? Starts to go sideways. So let's look at one of the trades we had here. If you have my chart pack, so if you're in the money flow, if you go to MFG trade ideas of the week, let's check out our Celsius trade here. Boom. So this was our anchor point. This was our trigger to get in the trade, right? And this was a trade of the week. And we see price. Appreciate that, Holly. I'm glad you like it. Actually, it takes a lot of fucking time to do it, man. Price runs up, and where's our first target zone? Right where we hit. What's the RSI? Bam. So, and you'll see I'll annotate. I don't update every chart all the time because it takes a lot of time. And when I get 9 fucking likes, makes me not want to bother. Let's see. Clean Spark. This is one we're about to trade. Fuck it. I'll just spend 10 fucking hours and 9 of you can click it. Let's see. Coin. We had Bitcoin look like it wanted to run, man. Bitcoin looked like it wanted to run and then it just turned around. Or it hasn't turned around, but these you got to remember, this is coin, but remember with like Coney and stuff, these yield max, these are not appreciation plays. They're not going to respond. Oh, I know you respect me. You're just too fucking busy to click a fucking button. Yeah, I know it would take 15. Yeah, I mean, it would probably take like 10 seconds. So, it's a big demand, big ask. Let's see. CONL, this is the 2X Coney, right? So we come down here. So these are the shit we have in there. I don't know why I have all 3 of these in the chart pack. Delta Airlines has just been a beast. This is one of the, I'm going to start taking shares down here. This price is ridiculous. The stock's only worth about $40. And we've just rode this thing up, 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 up. And if you've been with me for years and years, every time someone mentions an airline, I say Delta. Then they mention an airline, I say Delta. Because in my opinion, Delta Airlines is the best airline. So and they say, what about this one? Delta. Let's see. And they say, what about this one? Delta. All right, so we got a very, very sensitive mic today. Oh, let's see. Yeah, this stock is trading at a massive premium. So I'm looking to take some down. I don't know. You could sell puts on it too. That's another option, right? If a stock's trading at an extreme range, you could sell puts on it. You could buy puts on it. A lot of things you could do if you don't want to sell any. I don't know. Keep it simple. Sometimes it works. I mean, here's our defense trade. We got him back here. This thing just keeps running. Let me see if there's anything good. Dow Jones hits 40,000. That's super cool. Krispy Kreme, this stock is worth $17. And we got a big pop when they got picked up by McDonald's. And look where it went. Right to true value, $17. This is a stock that could be taken out, by the way. Lyft is another one. I used to be real hot on those, but to be fair, we haven't had a lot of there hasn't been a lot of buyouts and mergers and stuff going on as their usual. So it stops. Now, break this down. It's one of my favorite stocks right now. I know people don't think that. But, Gerald, I only like the ones that go up right away. I like AMC. All right, so, but what I want to do here is build this position. So I keep just adding on stage ones. This thing's either going to get taken out or it's going to go to $17. So while you guys are, so many people are talking to me about nonsense, I'm just keep accumulating over here because I know this is going to $17. But what about AMC, Gerald? Keep fucking around. Keep doing your fuckery. Some of you guys are buying AMC. You don't even do your fucking homework. So it pisses me off. I'm going to be honest. I went through on my Telegram and everybody talking about AMC. I just fucking deleted your comment and said, mention it again, I'm going to block you. I'm sick of this shit. You don't even do your fucking homework. You want to talk to me about meme stocks. I don't mind meme stocks. And if you were already trading them, cool. But the people posting it, you don't even do your fucking homework. So fuck out of here. We're doing money flow. Okay? So stage one, this was our entry. Bam! Runs up, comes down. But now look, we're stopping right at a previous low. What do you think this looks like? What does this look like? It looks just like this. Looks just like this, right? Chris says he was in sales. Great trade. He was in that before he even saw it was your trade of the week. Right. The difference is I got in it right before it went up. You were already in it. See, I could just wait. And then when I want to get in them, I'll get in them right before they go up. That's a fucking art. And that's a talent. It's skill, man. You're developing skill sets to do that. So I know some of you wait for a cat to send out tweets. That's one way to trade in the stock market is to wait till a guy who acts like a cat to send you a tweet or post it on Reddit, and then you guys can all follow him. Or you could just be following that stock all the time without a filter, right? So let's take that down. What would have been, and so you don't need a cat to tweet you. You know, you would have had a stage 4 decline. Here's your anchor point, AMC. Price moved up, count bars, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your entry, right? So that's how you trade it. And then look, boom, boom, boom. Money flow rules would apply. You know, RSI goes extreme. You sell some, you would trim it down. I'd still be in the trade. I guarantee you most of the people in this, they already got out. They fucked this up. They didn't money flow this. If this turns around and heads back up, I mean, you know, it's why I don't, it's not that I don't like talking about these. It's just everyone loses their mind and they don't do it right. And it creates bad fucking habits, man. Bad habits. You know, that's the problem. You know who you are. I know who you are. I know who all of them are. Here's gold. Look at this beautiful run we had in gold, man. Gold's on a stage 2. You know, looks like it's about to run. What else we got? Here's the Qs. So one of the problems we're running into, and I was talking about this today when we were day trading, which apparently everybody was too fucking busy. I don't even know why I have this up anymore, to be honest. I'll just day trade by myself. Apparently nobody needs to learn. So, you know, we're getting close to pushing this 70 RSI, man. Getting close to pushing it. Pushing this 70 RSI. Yeah, everybody needs to learn, but they're too fucking busy. Let's see. You know, you can day trade while you work too, or short-term trade. You just got to take out your time, take it out, man. Go to a 30-minute chart or something like that. So the SPY's hitting 60. I mean, we're coming into, extreme R size. Doesn't mean it can't keep going, but I've been talking about this. I don't feel like there's a lot of liquidity. I feel like the volumes have been pretty low. Look at this. You can see the volumes. If you drew a line, they're kind of headed down. I just don't think there's that much money left, man. This is TLT. So I'm long this, but I'm using the TMF, which is a triple bond play. Yeah. Yeah, that's all we day trade is a TQQ. That's all I day trade. And a lot of you guys are crackheads and you just bounce back and forth from whatever fucking stock somebody's talking about. But I don't really do that. So this is USO. This is one we've been getting long is oil. So hopefully you're watching oil set up right now. So look at this. This is a stage 1. It had been a stage 4. It stopped right at the 200. And now we're seeing price move sideways. So the stage 1 would be the initial entry into the position, right? So we had a stage sell off and then pull off. Now we don't know you have a starter course. Yeah, I have a starter course. It's called Push the Fucking Button. Do I have a course for fucking, half? No. Yes, every course is a starter course, man. So you just get the money flow. Or jump on there and get my course Getting Started with Stock Charts. It'll cost you not much money at all. And then you work through it. And that's how you do it, man. You just get going. You don't have to get it right, man. Just get it going. Stop fucking around. So if I was wanting to trade AMC, I would drop this down first to like a 30-minute chart. So it shocked me how many people like, oh, I got a trade. I don't know how to trade it. And it's like, I thought you were in the money flow, dude. Now you're a tard, I guess. Okay. You're a waterhead now. Your mom smoked crack or something. Now you don't know how to do it. So money flow rules apply. So here's the breakout. It runs up, man. I don't know anybody didn't, if you were in AMC and you didn't tag the top, and you know me, you should be fucking embarrassed. It's fucking ridiculous. So here was our top candle. I had people asking me about it. I'm like, bro, you bought my book a year ago. Are you this stupid? Did you bother reading it? So here's the apex point, okay? And stocks go, this is called the money flow, okay? I don't know any other way to make it as simple as fucking possible. It is a movement of price. This here, sideways up, sideways down, sideways. So if I'm trying to catch the top, I want to catch the 2 turning into a 3. Well, it depends on your time frame. That's called time continuity. Okay, I know, big word. And I would trim here. I would still be in the trade. It would run up. I'd trim here, right? And then when it reversed, there's my apex, not my anchor. Just like down here, I had an anchor point. Up here, I have an apex, right? So same on Celsius, same on everything, man. And then what started to come down? That crossover effect, right? So I need to be scaling. So fucking simple. I don't know why it confuses people. Here, let's don't save this. Hold on. It is really simple, okay? But let's take this down. Let's go to a 1 hour chart. Hour. You don't look at your phone once an hour. Get the fuck out of here. Of course you do. Stop. So same thing. Where's the lowest low and where's the highest high? Well, that's stage 1 anchor point and up stage 3. And so we know as price moves up, tick, is this my highest high? No, next day went higher. Is this my highest high? No, next day went higher. Is this my highest high? Well, next day went down. Bam. So right now, I assume that's the apex. And so I start to pretend and assume this is going to happen. I can't know until 4 candles, okay? But I've taken money off on the way up. These are easy to trade. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. If you find it difficult, you're a dipshit. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty easy, man. Let me see this.
We did it.
is official. Dow 40K.
Dow 40K.
Almost 4 years after Dow 30K. And to Adam's point, may not mean much from an empirical standpoint, but yeah, you will acknowledge there is some sentiment tick in the brain that happened.
So, here's DPS. This is the banking. This is the banking sector. And you'll see, here's our anchor point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Price gets above the 5. That's our entry. This is the exact opposite of what we were talking about. He says, do you like yield max? Well, yeah, we like yield max, bro. You're a little late to the party, though. You should have been in yield max, man. We got a whole channel for yield max in Discord. We got a whole fucking channel just for yield max and these option income funds. Whole channel. People in there just buying the fuck out of them. Of when to buy them. I'm not going to tell you don't hold them long term. You might tell them that. You can hold them long term. Should I hold triple leverage funds long term? I'm going to tell you it's not a price appreciation play. Man, hey, you don't fucking know me, man. I'm going to tell you. Fuck, who is this fuck nut? You don't even know me, dude. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm going to say. Fuck out of here. He's going to tell you. You don't even know me, man. I own a shit ton. I've owned Yield Max since the fucking day they came out. When you were asking your wife if you could buy some, I was buying them. First fucking day they came out. Matter of fact, this guy, he's going to tell you, you don't know shit. Tell me what I'm going to say. Let's see. Let's look if your charts look like this. So come over here, options, income funds. Let's pull them up. Fuck out of here. It tells me you don't know shit. So here we are. So let's say view all. He's going to tell me what, get the fuck out of here. So look at this list. So I track all of them. And I have about 100 fucking grand in here, know it all. Fuck out of here. He's going to tell you. You don't know what the fuck I'm going to tell anybody. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, dude. He's going to tell you. Fuck out of here. So I own all of these. Okay, dipshit. And I buy them and I hold them. And I've held them for a lot of fucking money up with price, but they're not designed for price appreciation. Anything else you might think I'm going to fucking tell him? You want to my course and explain to him what I'm going to do now that you're telling everybody what the fuck I'm doing? Fuck out of here. I know what you're doing. Nothing. That's what I am. So if we look, I know what that guy's doing. Nothing. He thinks he knows what I'm doing. Man, I'm on level 5. You can't fucking even get the fuck out of here. Let me turn this off. This guy's pissed me off. What is going on here? Is this not stopping? Some reason I can't stop it. There we go. Sorry. Somebody's telling me what the fuck I'm going to do. Fuck out of here. You don't know what I'm going to do, bitch. All right, so let's go down. So yeah, AMD breaking out. This was one of our trades. So send out a text alert on this one. Let's see. Or maybe our friend there can tell us since he knows what the fuck I'm going to do next. Oh, no shit. Hey, once you record my next podcast, since you know what the fuck I'm going to say, save me some time. It would sure help me out if you would do that for me, and then I don't have to do it since you know what the fuck I'm going to say. So 514, adding to Intel, SoFi, and Lyft. New swing trade in AMD. What is that? 514. He knew I was going to say that, though. So let's go up here to AMD. I don't think I have it in the chart pack, though, do I? So let's see. If that's okay with him, I'm gonna show you this AMD trade since he knows what the fuck I'm doing. So yeah, we caught a nice little breakout here. So if I'm trading AMD, what else could I do? I could buy call options on it, right? That's an option. What else could I do? I could buy the 2X, right? There's 2X funds that trade just these stocks. Nobody wants to visit your dumbass website, dude. What is GeraldGonnaDo.com? Oh, I thought that was real. He's being funny. I like that. That's actually a good name, though. What is Gerald going to do.com? What would Jesus do? We'll change it to what would Gerald do? What would full auto do? What would full auto do if he could do the do? So like here's some single stocks. These are leveraged funds. You guys, I'm assuming you know about these. So these are either 1.5 or 2 times funds. So you got 2 times Apple, 2 times AMD, 2 times Coinbase, 2 times Bitcoin. All that shit, you can leverage it. That way you might not need to buy options of the brokies that need options. You know, that's why people get into trading options because they have no money. So they think, well, this will be cheaper. I can just do options. It'll be cheaper. This is not coming up right now. Come on. You see what happened, man? You got in my head. So this is AMDY. The dividend yield on this is what? I don't know, 50, 60%. Somebody want to look that up on AMDY, Yield Max, AMD Option Income Strategy. So we could get long the stock. We could get long the option income fund because it's breaking out too, right? What else could we do? The XOXL or what is it? The 3X. But that thing's already on. What's the name of the ticker of the 2 times AMD? Imagine Ratluja 0.21. Imagine if we were friends, you would know all of these. But hey, keep your fucking dollar and don't learn about them. 44%. Nice. I think Coney's still over 100% yield, man. It's like 10 fucking percent a month. It's crazy. If you check my homework, man, often I have those 2X funds on there. We post them all the time in Discord. There's a whole bunch of them. Hey, you know what? I could do it for you. Maybe I could just stop right now and I could do an email to you and I could write them all down for you. That'd be easier. Would you like me to do that? I could put them in an email for you. I mean, right? Why not? So let's see. Let me come over. I don't know. Why do my class if I can do his class? I mean, 9 fucking likes. The least I could do is spend the rest of my day doing nice things for people. So if we come over here, here's the 2X funds. These are 1X for Apple. That's 2X. That's the 2X for Apple. That's 2X for Amazon or 1.5X. BAB. There you go. There's the one for Coinbase. What else we got? Facebook has one. Google has one. So these are all leveraged, right? So you're going to get a leverage effect, but you're going to own shares. And so you're not going to have, Coney has a rocking yield. So we've been in Coney since it started. I don't know how many thousands I've made in Coney. Microsoft has one. So all these things have one. And even in your small little brain, you could learn all of these things. Now, if you combine that, if you're on my Substack, you see we're putting out a lot of stuff. I know a lot of you guys have a hard time reading. So what I did is I said, hey, a lot of these guys can't read very well. And they said, well, it'll read it to them. And you're like, what? It'll read it to them. Yeah, this email's badass, dude. Look at this. So you can either read it on the website. I mean, you can get the email or you can read it in the Substack app. I think it's on the mobile. It'll read it to you. So you guys in the Wealth Squad can do it too because it'll read it to you. So, and then we connect it with some videos if we can. This is a good video right here. It's one of my favorite YouTubers. I do wish he'd trim his beard up sometimes. The basics of trading. Life is a trade. This is a good one. I wish he would do his shirtless. SoFi. So anyway, that's what that is. Let's see. Let's check these oil trades. I won't keep everybody here all day. But trading's been good. RSIs are kicking extreme. So, we're in the oil trades today. So I sent out a thing saying we're buying oil. Why? Because it's a stage 1. This is a stage 1 and things are pointing up and it meets the rules and it hit the trigger. So time to party. So we buy the Gush. This is a leveraged play. and we're going to hopefully ride it up. Hopefully ride it up. That's what we're hoping.
Yeah,
We did
it
it.
is official. Dow 40K.
Dow 40K.
Almost 4 years after Dow 30K. And to Adam's point, may not mean much
Woo!
from an empirical standpoint.
These
but
are utility
you will
stocks.
acknowledge there is some
They've been on
tick
fire.
in the brain that happens.
Yeah, I think some of these things can be.
So we've had a lot of these utility stocks. I'm in Southern, I'm in Duke, I'm in UTSL. This is one of our favorite trading is the UTSL, man. This thing is a monster. So made a lot of money in utilities. I've trimmed them back. We'll see what happens. Now I'm pushing some money to these oil trades that are setting up. That's all part of the sector rotation, man. You got to rotate. You got to oscillate. Okay.
Apply your emotions in the right direction. No telling what can happen. Could turn your life around one day would be sufficient. So we'll talk about those. Okay. Now that's a lot to cover in one evening, but we'll keep at it here and see if we can't get.
Hey, if you're on my paid subscription here on Instagram, I always try to at least once a week throw out a good trade in there. And then every week I show you my personal portfolio of buy and holds and things like that and shit like that, man. Try to make it worth it. And then if you have any questions, you can always text me or DM me and I will do my best to answer them. But, if you're not on that, I'll get to you when the fuck I get to you. That's kind of how I do that. Okay. So in my opinion, it's worth that because you might ask a question and I might save you a lot of money in, say, a real estate deal or stock deal. I own a bunch of properties, right? I got 17 houses. And, that's what we're trying to do. Not a lot of stocks that I'm excited about right now, I'm going to be honest. I feel like we're running out of money to push the market up. That doesn't mean it's going to come down, okay? Markets can correct in a couple ways. They don't have to come down to correct. And just because the RSI is high, it can march sideways and work this RSI off. What you want to see is it work off, dip under. Okay. Now I didn't do that great day trading today, man. I'm gonna be honest. I kept trying to play the long side like a dipshit. I do want to show you one thing I do different in day trading versus buy and hold. Now I know a lot of people, their brains are really fucking small and they can't comprehend the differences between like day trading, swing trading, position trading, buy and hold. They kind of just lump all this shit together like one giant shit stew, like their life. And it's very difficult for people to do that, man. The only difference that I do in day trading, I'm trading flow, the 4 stages of the difference is as I run a second RSI daily. If you were looking to trim faster, if you trade like a little bitch and you're scared a lot, you could do that. You could just take money off faster. A lot of people, that's what they do. They're not used to winning. And so they get, they're like, oh, I'm up 10%. And it's like, okay, what does that mean? But they'll sell it to take 10%. And it's like, okay, like why bother? Why bother trading if we're getting 10%? There's no point. You're better off just keep your money and put it in a checking account. We're not trying to get 10%. Now, day trading, that would be a fucking hell of a move, right? So it's all relative to time continuity. The layers of time lays on top. And so it's time times amount times yield, right? Let's see. There was one more I was going to bring up. Run through the dogs of the Dow real quick. Dogs of the Dow. Oh, let me show you. Oh, I don't talk about penny stocks anymore, but I do put them on my whiteboard. And I put this on my homework board almost every day. We've had a nice move. Doesn't look that big, but it was pretty decent. From $7 to $8.90. So I don't know. That's 15-20%. Uber. What's going on with Uber? Uber was the stage 1. I don't know. I think Uber feels compelled. I think it's probably going to come all the way down. The true value on Uber is $60. All right. A B&B trade here real quick. Gilead is a B&B trade, okay? Almost a 5% dividend yield, blue chip stock. It is trading underneath the 200-day moving average. This is a playbook play inside of money flow, meaning it's the same strategy. Time frame is different. And there's a couple components to trading, right? One is market selection, the type of shit you're trading. You need to understand futures move different than options, and options move different than shares, right? And indexes move different than penny stocks, and penny stocks move different than blue chip stocks. Get it? So everything moves a little different. And then there's gold and oil and commodities. These all things all have different sectors. And I know most of your little bitty brains are hurting right now because that's a lot of things. And you're looking for something where you can just click a button and magic money comes to you without studying, but it just doesn't exist. I'm sorry. So this is one of the playbooks, and this is our new ebook I'm working on. And I want to catch them. My target's going to be right here, $74. And there's some rules to the way I play this. Another one that's a new one right now is Bristol Myers, a blue chip dividend stock trading underneath the 50-day. Another one is Starbucks. I'll get $6 shitty coffee. This one, and we love this because people will forever do that, and so we definitely want to be involved in that. Yeah. So these are just a few B&B trades. I like these because they almost never don't not work, and so that's kind of cool. Hey, if you're in our Discord, we're doing some cool shit with margin. We're not buying stocks. We're not doing it dumb. We're not buying stocks on margin. We're doing some different things with margin to generate income. So if you're in our Discord, you have to request that, though. We have 2 private channels within inside the Money Flow Trading Society. I mean, it's boom. So this was another one of our B&B trades. It just hit the target. So you would take shares down. Another one that was one, I didn't send out a trim notice because that motherfucker blew right through the 200 and kept going. So I have not trimmed this. This had a big 15% dividend yield. We started buying it down here because it's a blue chip stock trading underneath. We could argue about it being a blue chip. It was $1 billion one. And it was trading underneath 200 with big, fat, juicy dividend. So we bought it here, and the dividend's fucking massive. It was like 15%. So it's gone from that to up here. So we're up like, 15 or 20%, and it pays a 15 or 20% dividend. Do the math on that. Do the math on that. That's called infinite money, baby. So that's kind of cool. But why would you want to know that, man? Is that worth clicking like? Fuck full auto. I'm not clicking fucking like. I don't give a fuck how much money he makes me. I'm not clicking his fucking like. I've got football to watch. I can't be bothered. I'm spooning. Why would I bother clicking like just because he hands out free money? I'm not clicking fucking like. That's the only thing I can think of people say in their head. Fuck this guy making us all this money. Fuck him. Why would I click like? He's just fucking going to make us money. Fuck that guy. Throwing out his... See, yep, I'm assuming that's what you guys are saying. I don't know.
It all done. I'd like to have you now jot down the theme of the seminar. Every seminar should have a theme, I guess. We've got one. It's on some of our literature.
Theme of the seminar: do not click like. Show no appreciation. Be as selfish as possible. I'm sorry. I don't think that's the lecture.
If you happen to notice it, but if you didn't, for your notes, here it is. The theme of the seminar goes like this. The major key to your better future is you.
Me?
That's the theme of our seminar tonight. The major key to your better future is you.
What?
And I'd like to have you underline 2 words just to give it some added punch. Underline the word major and the word you, so that it reads.
I'm just kidding, man. I appreciate everyone that doesn't click like. I get it. You're busy doing big things. I understand, man. Adding to assisted living REIT VTR. That was on 4/12. Let's check that and we'll get out of here. I know, man. I'm just kidding. VTR. I get it. Not everybody leaves the life of luxury that I do. Why is this not going down? So look at this giant money flow pattern, man. Isn't that beautiful? So we were adding, what was it? January 4, what was it? 22? Oh, Jesus. Was that what it was? Baby Jesus. Little baby Jesus with the baby hands. 4/12. Let me see. 4/12. January, February, March, April. April 12th. So right here. That's not a bad time to get in, huh? Bam! How do you like adding DEA for a dividend play? I'm not in it, so I don't know. It's not one I've looked at. Maybe send it to me. We can talk about it. Let me see what it is. DEA. I don't even like the fucking sound of that, though. Department of Education. What is this thing? Easterly Government Properties. Okay. I get it. It's a REIT of some sort. Yeah, not bad. I wouldn't buy it now. You don't add to it now. Man, you bet if you're adding to it now, bro, you got to go to the bathroom. And if you got a girl, take her lipstick and just write dipshit right across your forehead and then go back out so they can all see you. And then just walk around all day with that on your head because that's what you're doing. So no, we wouldn't add here. Go get your girl's lipstick and just write dipshit so she knows who she's with. No, we would do it down here. Okay. And, I wish we could make that a law because there'd be a lot of chicks walking around with dudes that say dipshit on their head. And then all you ladies would know, hey, don't hook up with that guy. He's a dipshit. So you want to catch it when it's going sideways, bro, not after it's broke and ran. So, and I don't know if you did. I'm just fucking with you. So here's sideways, right? And then what? So I'm not adding to any of this, none of this until it starts going sideways. I would add down here. You could have accounted this one. Yeah, you could have counted that one, and then here, and then here, but not up here. Fuck, dude, the RSI is 68, man. I mean, just go in the bathroom, take out some ones, put it in the toilet and flush it and be like, I don't give a fuck, man. Malibu, be rad, motherfucker.
These sort of just milestones where if you set a number.
Be rad, I don't give a fuck. Dow's at 40,000.
Something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay.
So you want that RSI to be down here.
You work on yourself. Personal development. See, the major question to ask on the job is not what are you getting? The major question to ask on the job is what are you becoming? See, the big question is not what am I getting paid here? The big question is what am I becoming here? Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. So that's our major subject for tonight, personal development. Of all the assignments Mr. Schoaf gave me at age 25, this was probably the most difficult. In fact, I'm still working on this one. I think it's an unending challenge to see what you can become. The next subject is called Basic Laws. And it's good to study the basics. And I call these basics.
All right. Sorry, YouTube. I only had one monitor up, so I couldn't see any comments or anything.
Man, good to see you. You're looking good.
Oh, hold on. Let me stop that. Look at MPW and get out of here. MPW had done great last week. Yeah, man. I mean, you could. I don't know. I don't have any interest in trimming this. This thing is still cheap. I bought a bunch of it down here at $3. I actually borrowed some money to buy it in the $3 range. So I'm just letting this thing run. I don't have any interest in selling it. I'm going to hold it the rest of my life, hopefully, and just keep compounding. It's been doing great. We're up big from down here. I mean, nothing to do. Would you buy it here? I like it there better than up here. I mean, you wouldn't do it here at all. Not a bad spot. Not the best. Not the best, man. Not the best. If I was already in it, I wouldn't add here. I'd wait on the dips. Patience is the game, man, to building money with dividends. All about patience. Man, I appreciate you guys. You rock. I do. Love you guys, even when I get mad, man. Even when I get mad. So, really do.
Of all the assignments Mr. Schoaf gave me at age 25, this was probably the most difficult. In fact, I'm still working on this one. I think it's an unending challenge to see what you can become. The next subject is called Basic Laws. And it's good to study the basics.